Right, so to make this flour, you're going to need 2 drinks cans, and you're just going to need a pair of scissors to cut them with because it's very soft. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut your cans in half. Right, now I have these 2 half cans left over from when I was making some tin can roses earlier. So I'm going to just turn this around a little bit and push that. There we go. We just turn it so it's not pushing in. That's normally enough to hold it in a bit more. There we go. Now one of them we're going to cut right down. So it's like just above the rim where the can opens out to its fullest width. That's going to be the centre of our flower. Okay, the short bit. And this one we're going to cut into 6. So you're going to go cut in half, down to the centre. Then we're going to divide these equally into 3. So you've now got 6 petals. And then you should be able to just push them down like that if you do it gently. Whoops. Now when you've done that, you're going to cut, let's move that out of the way for now. You're going to cut your petals. So you're going to just use your scissors and shape your petals however you want. You can do like a pointy one or a slightly more rounded version. I quite like to cut from the middle, both turn it over and then cut from the, I think it helps me to be symmetrical. So I've cut my petals, I've opened the flower out. Now this middle bit, which is also a top of a can, we're going to just cut lots of little, this is going to be the fringed inside of the flower. So you're just going to cut all the way down, a few millimetres apart, all the way around like that. And then you can fringe them out a little bit. So now we've cut it, we're going to spray paint this middle bit green and we're going to paint the petals blue. Spraying outside, obviously in a well ventilated space. I'll do mine inside a cardboard box. That's the flower blue, and then we're going to. Alright, so I'm just using my paintbrush I'm using the end of my paintbrush, the handle, because it makes nice round spots, and I'm just dabbing some little spots all over this. It's also going to help disguise the can fastening that you can see underneath the paint. When I've done all the bottom, I'm going to do one on the tip of each of the little Alright, so I've painted my flower and I'm now going to drill 2 little holes and put a stitch of my thin wire through to hold the top of it to the bottom of it. Now, if you don't have a power drill, because this is soft aluminium, you could just use a sharp hammer or, sorry, sharp nail and a hammer and make holes that way. I'm just going to use a drill because I've got one. And I'm going to get a piece of wire. I'm going to thread my wire through. Okay, don't use a bent piece of wire. There you go. And I'm just going to pull that tight, and because it's green it matches with the green of the flower anyway. Twist it around at the back and there's your flower. Now I'm going to spray that with some exterior varnish because I'm going to put them on my fence outside, but you don't have to, you're keeping it inside obviously. And there you go.